My School's a Zoo by Stu Smith. I really like this book too. I know I like a lot of books. Here we go. My School's a Zoo. Yesterday's trip to the zoo left me feeling rather strange, like my life was somehow different, or just about to change. My parents didn't look the same. I watched them snort and drool. My sister ate my homework. I'm glad it's time for school. As I climbed aboard the school bus, my heart began to race. The driver waved his hairy arms with banana on his face. Animals crammed in every seat. Where'd all the people go? There has to be an answer. I'll bet Miss Wright will know. I ran into the classroom, but my teacher wasn't there. I would have told the sub if she hadn't been a bear. There were beehives in my desk and lizards at my feet. A goat ate all my pencils. There were needles on my seat. By the time I got to art class, there was nothing I could do. There were pythons on the ceiling, wreaking havoc with the glue. Computer lab was crazy. The mice were eating slugs. The computers didn't work on account of all the bugs. I tried to call for help, but a yak was on the phone. The principal was useless. He was gnawing on a bone. The librarian caught me hiding, and she threw me quite a look. As I glanced around the room, I noticed worms in every book. Ew. The lunchroom sure was crowded, and the aides looked pretty mean. The lions and the wildebeest were causing quite a scene. The lobster in my lunchbox snapped its claws up in the air. A vulture watched me patiently so he could take his share. The turtles on the playground were spinning down the slide, while hyenas laughed in chorus as a hippo took a ride. Music class was noisy. A penguin led our band. The ostrich missed his cue, and a monkey smashed his hand. I was feeling kind of nauseous, so I went to see the nurse. But judging by her awful fangs, I thought she'd make things worse. There were starfish on my papers, and beavers cleaned the boards. The seal clapped to erasers, while a fox gave out awards. The bus ride home was dreadful. The skunks made quite a stink. Did the zoo trip cause this mess? I closed my eyes to think. The next thing that I knew, the driver tapped my hand. Thing seemed back to normal with my sister eating sand. That's my favorite part. I sure hope that our next trip to the dinosaur display won't have the same effect as the zoo trip did today. But that could never happen. The dinosaurs are gone. At least I think they are. Then again, I could be wrong. Ooh. Pretty cool. Thanks. The Horse in Harry's Room by Sid Hoff. Harry had a horse in his room. Nobody knew. He could ride him in a circle without knocking over the chair or the dresser. He could jump him over the bed without hitting his head on the ceiling. "Oh, it's great to have a horse," said Harry. "I hope I will always have him. I hope he will always stay His mother looked into Harry's room to see what he was doing. She did not see the horse. His father looked into Harry's room to see what he was doing. He did not see the horse. "Giddy up," they heard him say, when he wanted his horse to go. "Whoa," they heard him say, when he wanted his horse to stop. But they did not see a horse in Harry's room. "Let's take Harry to the country," said Father. "Let's show him some real horses." Harry did not care if he ever went to the country. He had his own horse in his room. Every night when Harry went to sleep, he knew his horse would stay and watch over him. Every day when Harry went to school, he knew his horse would wait for him to come home. One day the teacher said, "Let us all tell about something today." One girl told about a dress she wore to a party. One boy told about a glove he used for baseball. "I have a horse in my room," said Harry. "I can ride him in a circle without knocking over the chair or the dresser. I can jump him over the bed without hitting my head on the ceiling." The children laughed. "Sometimes thinking about a thing is the same as having it," said the teacher. It was Sunday. Harry's mother and father took him for a drive. They rode out of the city, far out into the country. Harry saw cows and chickens and green grass, and he saw horses. "Look at the horses, Harry," said Mother. Harry saw horses running. Harry saw horses kicking. Harry saw horses nibbling. "Horses should always be free to run and kick and nibble," said Father. When they got home, Harry ran right to his room. "Horses should always be free to run and kick and nibble," Harry said to his horse. "If you want to go, you may go." Harry's horse looked to the right. Harry's horse looked to the left. Then he stayed right where he was. "Oh, I'm glad," said Harry. And he knew he would have his horse as long as he wanted him. The end. Thanks, friends. I like that story.